Alright, back at the same place. Bob Marley's playing. And he's telling me, don't worry about a thing, man. Don't worry, okay? That's the takeaway. Again, I'll show you how to pour a beer today. I got a better one, Bitburger. Wicked Pilsner, okay? Let's be real. Bitburger is pretty much awesome. Bitte ein Bit. Dankeschön. So basically, I'll show you how to pour a beer again. Like, you pour it in there, you want like that, see? It's foaming up a bit, yeah, sure, but hello. It's like that game you play with kids. You're like, where'd I go? That's what happens if you drink too much beer. You just kind of, you become the beer. It's like in Trailer Park Boys. It's like, let the liquor do the thinking. You know? Randy, I am the liquor. That's how it's done. See that? Perfect pour. And a nice beer at that. Quite the hat this guy is wearing. Not that guy. The guy in the back. That's a nice sombrero, you know? Doing the job, I guess. It's obviously just selling hats. He's wearing all the hats at once. Well, a minute ago, a bee just landed in my beer and was like, ah, help, help, help. So I like spooned him out. He's safe, don't worry about it. But the waiter was like watching me. He's like, what's wrong? Like, what are you doing? I'm like, there's a goddamn bee in my beer. And he said, don't worry, like, apparently in Colombia, quiet down. Apparently in Colombia, it's a good sign. I don't know, if a bee is on you or something like this happens, he said that it's believed that something good will happen to you now. And I was like, great. I like superstitions, you know? Funny, I asked my friend yesterday, I'm like, do you believe in any like woo-woo stuff? He's like, no. Yeah, I don't know. I go back and forth. Sometimes, like, very spiritual, very, like, superstitious. God damn it. I'm trying to talk here. But, sometimes, not so much. But I tell him, like, a lot of the time, though, just weird things happen that I really cannot explain, you know? And, like, one, for example, I told him the story of when I was in Mexico with a friend of mine. And we were at this salsa night and having a good time, you know, dancing with some girls and that. And but we couldn't really like get any to stick, and it wasn't like or hang around, like, and it wasn't working to just go cold approach them a lot of the time. Like, I don't know, maybe we were coming off too aggressive, so we're like, okay, we got to change our strategy here. So we're like, let's just go sit down at a table and see what happens. So we just went, got a table, and we were just sitting there like, okay. And my friend's like, if we just imagine two women sitting in the chairs across from us and we just really picture it, we can manifest it. And I was like, yeah, that's good thinking, man. So we did that. We just sat there and we were like, And then literally within a minute or so, suddenly these two girls come up and go, hey there, like, do you mind if we sit down with you? And we looked at each other like, whoa, what just happened, bro? And yeah, then we ended up having a good time with these girls, really hitting it off. So interesting. And then actually in Mexico again, I just thought of another story exactly like that. My friend and I went to this rooftop club and he was like, oh, I gotta go back to the apartment quick. I gotta grab some stuff. I was like, okay, no problem. I'll hold our chairs. So we ripped off and I was sitting there. And I was sitting in this chair. It was like a weird kind of, I don't know, a fat man's chair. But for me, I was thinking like, oh man, there's just enough room for a girl to sit right next to me here and that'd be perfect. And I was just really thinking like, yeah, could have a couple girls sit here. And then literally again, within a few minutes, out of nowhere, I'm not paying attention. I was like looking off and on this rooftop into the distance. And suddenly, this girl like taps me on the shoulder and she's like, oh, hey, is it okay if me and my friend sit with you? Sure. Yeah. And then so she does sit right in the chair with me and the other one right across from me. And I'm like, damn, what just happened, dog? Weird stuff. I don't know. I mean, those are just some fun examples that I'm thinking of, but it happens in other ways too. Like, completely different subject. One time I was in my mind just thinking like, before I was going traveling, I'm like, oh, it would be nice to get some more cash. And suddenly in my head, I just believed, I'm like, somehow I'm just going to come into cash right now. Like, somehow I'm just going to get some random cash. I don't know how it's going to work, but it's somehow I just believe it's going to work. That day I like went out for lunch with a good friend of mine. And at the end he was like, well, I'm not going to see you for a while, man. I want to give you a gift. And he just reaches out and gives me a bunch of cash. I'm like, what just happened? The Lord works in mysterious ways, I'm telling you. I don't know, you can call it the Lord, God, you can call it the universe. We're spiritual beings, you know, and yeah, sure, maybe that's just like our human minds trying to rationalize things that maybe don't make logical or like very scientific sense or something like this, but I mean, how does it work then? You know, explain that to me. Also, it always somehow comes with the power of belief. Like, it's not like I'm sitting here, if I was just not thinking about any of these possibilities, generally they never manifest, you know. But somehow, when I just have something in my mind and then it becomes like a belief, like not even, oh, that might be nice kind of thing. Like, I somehow just imagine it, like that it's real. Somehow it materializes often. So it's an interesting thing. Do I really believe in manifestation and so on? I don't know. Every time I try not to, life tries to prove me wrong. It's like God's like, what are you losing faith for, Joker? Watch this miracle. I mean, there's all these other people, you know, they're like, I don't believe in miracles. I don't believe in signs. I don't believe in any of this stuff. Well, maybe their eyes just aren't open. That's what I always think. It's like, if you're not looking for it, then you're not going to see it. In the same way that if you don't believe in it, then it doesn't usually happen. And even if it does happen, then you don't see it for what it is. You just go, oh, it's just a coincidence. But I don't believe in coincidence, man. Anyway, finish my lunch here. I am in perfect alignment. That is the motto. That is the mantra. I'm in perfect alignment. You see, every time I say something like this, well, nothing necessarily happens, let's be fair. I generally say it when things are not going good, because it's keeping me in perfect alignment, and that's the point. But the other day, I was gonna leave this town and I was thinking, I'm in perfect alignment. Because I was kind of confused about how I was gonna get out of the town. Like, you just gotta go to the main road and hope that a bus comes by and you wave it down. So I was like, okay, I'll just walk towards the main road. And I got at the main road, and sure enough, there's literally just a bus waiting there at the corner. And they're like, hey, you going to Santa Marta? And I'm like, well, in Spanish, of course. And I'm like, yep. They're like, get on. They're just waiting for me, because I was in perfect alignment. Everything is perfectly aligned. Tell yourself that. See what happens. Try it out. All right. Today was a good one, you know? Just chill. I'm stoked. I got some banana flavored snooze. It's brand Koopa. It's pretty solid, actually. And yeah, I went for a massage today, man. Because you gotta treat yourself right, you know? And And I reckon now it's time that I get my usual drink, a liter of beer. Look at this, the pouches are black. I don't know what to think about that. Black pouches. It's like Siberia black, but it's not tobacco, and it's banana. Huh. I don't know. It kind of tastes a lot like real banana, but it also still has that typical like menthol-y kind of taste to it. 30 milligram pouches. It's proper. These are the right level for me right now. I'd say, you know, a little bit into the nicotine at the moment. But staying clean of everything else. I mean, of course, beer. That doesn't count. That's just hydration. Oh, there it is. A liter of beer. For the man. That's right. You know, sure, it's nice having some company for dinner. It's always nice. Treat a lady. However, solo dates are just so much more affordable. And now, I got a nice big steak on the way. Because that's what you gotta do. You know? Body is a temple. You gotta treat it right. So I'm gonna pollute it with a bunch of beer. Got some Amy Winehouse on here. Wow, now we're talking. Now they're playing Amy Winehouse, right? And it made me think, like, she's a good singer, but you know, that chick died at like 27. And I'm older than that, so that's a win, you know. Yeah, today's been a good day, man. I'm treating myself. Things are going okay. Things are going better than okay, actually. But even the days when it's not so good, man, if you're still alive and kicking, man, that's a win, you know? And that's why you gotta celebrate life. I'll drink to that. Well, I got a crying baby over there, so at least I don't have to feel like I'm being disruptful by talking shit here and filming. You know, the other day actually, I was in a little village, and sure, it's good steak. I went out for this beef tenderloin, and that was, wow, perfection. And it's like this restaurant, they just had fresh food every day, and the menu would change. Awesome. But it was like between either the beef tenderloin or it was like this big seafood dish with all this meat and stuff, or it was a vegetarian dish. I looked over at one of the other tables. There's a couple. I don't know. Might have been German, I think. I don't really know. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Don't know why it would matter. Maybe it does. But I looked over, and the seafood dish was massive. It was like this huge lobster and all this, I don't know, it was like shrimp and a ton of stuff, man. It was huge. And that's what the girl ordered in the couple. And the man was just eating the vegetarian dish. And I was thinking, like, wow, what a pussy. Eat some meat, bro. Speaking of, this is a good steak. Yeah. It's okay to eat vegetables, man. I love vegetables, but eat your damn meat. Come on, buddy. Put some hair on your chest.